Are you tired of the same old school real estate lead generation tactics? Then you've come to the right show. Welcome to Open House, Open Mind, the podcast. I'm your host, Michelle, and this is not your average real estate podcast. I'm here to challenge the industry's standards. You won't find pushy, salesy bro tactics here. There's a better way to do business without that icky feeling, so that buyers and sellers are coming to you instead of you chasing them. So if you're ready to challenge those traditional standards with me, to fill your database, to learn mindset hacks that challenge your own limiting beliefs, and to take actionable steps to improve your open house experience, then stick around. Let's get you some consistent income in the business you worked so hard to get licensed in. And let's have some fun while we're at it. Hey there, today we're talking about vision boards. And the reason we're talking about vision boards today is because I have a really cool, fun story about my vision board. But first I want to ask, do you guys believe in vision boards? I want to know. Let me know, send me messages. Let me know. Do you believe in them? Do you not believe in them? Maybe after today's episode, you'll believe in them a little bit more. But if you do, I want to hear about your vision board success stories. So I do a vision board every December for the new year. And everyone does them a little bit different. I might start changing it up, but normally I just do one and I plan it out for the whole year. What I might start doing is maybe quarterly. I know some people do a monthly. And I would really love to hear how you guys do them. How do you do your vision boards if you do them? If you don't do them, then this is a perfect episode for you because you can kind of listen and see how you might want to incorporate it if you start doing your own vision boards. But I just got back from a women's retreat, and it was a 2-day retreat, kind of like a women's circle. And it was absolutely amazing, you guys. It was up north. I'm from Southern California. It was in Northern California. And this is not a complaint at all. I'm not complaining because the retreat was worth it. But the travel from Southern California to Northern California is no joke. I mean, it was a little bit of a mission. I know there's direct flights, but whatever ended up happening with me, I took 2 flights to get there. I had a layover, and then I had to drive because I landed in Sacramento, ended up in Sacramento, and that was another 2-hour drive into Redding, and that's where the retreat was. But I just wanted to share that with you. It was kind of no joke, but seriously, completely, totally worth it. I would do it again. The retreat was just, words can't explain it. You would literally just have to go on a retreat like this. So I had no clue I was going to be going on this retreat. I literally booked it like maybe a week before the actual retreat. And so the funny thing is, and how this relates to my vision board, is that on day 2, because I was already there a day and it didn't even dawn on me, but day 2, I walk out to her front yard, and the retreat was at the person who put the retreat on, it was at her private residence, and she has a huge, just gorgeous ranch style home. And on day 2, I walked out, and they had a big fire pit going, and they had chairs like circling this fire pit, and it was all under these huge trees. I don't know what kind they were. I don't know if they were oak trees, but just the trunks of these trees were just huge. And when I walked out and I looked at that, I was like, oh my gosh, that is on my vision board. That picture, this right here, this reality that I'm living in right now, that picture's on my vision board at home in my office. And it just dawned on me, and I was like so excited about it. I could not wait to go home to actually take a picture of that photo and like just look at it again and tell like my husband and tell my friends. So I went home and went straight to my vision board, and I took a picture of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Okay, now you guys, it wasn't like I put, it wasn't like in December I said, oh, I'm going to go to a retreat up north, and it's going to be a women's circle. I didn't do any of that. I saw this photo because I in a magazine, because I like to do my vision boards from cutouts of a magazine. I know some people do them, digital. They do them on Canva, which I also do, and I put it on my phone. But I really like to get in there and I make an event out of it. I invite other women to come over and bring their magazines, and we do our vision boards together, and we maybe have cocktails and we have snacks. So it's really fun. I love doing that. I've done that the last few Decembers, and I just absolutely love it. So anyways, I come home and I take a picture of the picture, right? And it's these women sitting around a circle under this tree, which looked almost exactly like the retreat I was at. And mind you, again, I did not have any plans to go to a retreat. I didn't even know about the street. So I didn't even know the lady who put the retreat on. I met one of her mentees like about a month before, in I think March. Yeah, I believe it was March. So that was just, wasn't like, what drew me to that? I knew that, I think at the time, maybe I wanted more connection. That was the thing that I was craving, is more connection with women. But I didn't know how that was going to come about. And I wasn't specific on any of that. So it was just really exciting. And so I took the photo and I was so excited about it. I wanted to tell everyone, and I showed it to my husband and I was explaining to him, and I'm all, look, this is the photo. It's in my vision board, blah, 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 right? And then I had taken a picture of the actual space at the retreat to compare, to show him. And he looked at the photo and he was like, were you the only one with a hat at the retreat? Now, here's a little bit, let me back up a little bit. I don't wear hats. I'm not like a hat girl. It's not like you'll see me wearing a hat all the time. But when I got into Sacramento and I landed, I passed a Costco, and I had a lot of time because the retreat didn't start till Saturday. I was there on Friday, and I stopped at Costco. I like to just, I don't know, we like to do that. So I didn't really have anything to buy. I thought, let me just see if there's anything different at this Costco in Sacramento versus the Costco's in Southern California. Don't know why. I went in there. I didn't find anything different, but saw this hat, decided that I'm going to buy this hat, and really don't know why. And I decided I'm going to wear this hat. I'm not a hat person, you guys. I wore the hat at the retreat, both days, and I was the only one wearing this hat. And I remember kind of feeling like, is this weird that I'm wearing a hat? I mean, most of the retreat was indoors, but then it was raining a little bit when we went outside. So I'm like, oh, this is perfect, because my hair will get frizzy, and with the hat, it'll look fine. And I even remember saying to myself, this retreat is all about change and healing and stuff, but more change. And the hat was, to me, was like a symbol of change. It was a symbol of I can do whatever I want. If I feel like wearing a hat this weekend, I'm going to wear a hat. I'm not going to tell myself I'm not a hat person. I'm not going to, things like that we tell ourselves, I'm this, or I'm that, or I'm not this, or I'm not that. We have the power to change that. If we keep telling ourselves, these negative things, then we're always going to believe that. So we have the power to change it to positive, and that's how I looked at it. So anyways, back to the picture. When my husband looked at it, he said, were you the only one with a hat this weekend? I was like, yeah, why? What do you mean? And he's like, well, look at the picture. I did not even notice that there was one woman sitting in the circle, only one, that was wearing a hat. I was like, oh my God. It was so weirdly exciting, right? I did not even notice that. When I cut that picture out in December and pasted it on, I had to put the glue, I had to post it, I had to do all that. I did not even notice that. And it took him to tell me that. So I just want to say, you guys, vision boards work. I truly believe they work. And it's not a matter of, because there's affirmations, there's vision boards, there's all of that, right? I wasn't like every morning in front of my vision board, saying, oh, these things will happen, all these things will happen. It was just, I put it in plain sight. So it sits right in front of my desk. So when I sit down to work or do anything, it's right there. And if I'm kind of zoning out, it's right in front of my face. And I look at it, but I don't look at it and like say these affirmations. I just look at it. And they work. So there was another thing that happened too, but it was about the airplane. On my vision board, I have a jet, like this private jet that I said eventually I want to fly in a private jet. And when I flew back, I was on an airplane that it was so small. We landed on the tarmac or whatever it's called. We walked down the stairs like you see, like you see in movies like 20 years ago when they're coming off the plane. I was like, what is going on? I had no idea I was going to be in a plane like that. Well, I took a picture because I'm like, no one's going to believe me. And I sent it to my husband and he said, well, there's your private jet. I was like, oh my gosh. Well, that one I was not specific enough. So vision boards work, but you also have to be very, very specific. So I'll leave you guys with that. I thought it was fun and interesting and exciting. And if you guys have something to share with me, please let me know. Please send me a message. Send me a message on Instagram. Tag me and share your fun story. And before we go, though, I really want you guys to look into the summit that is coming up. There's going to be an online summit coming up on May 20th, 21st, and 23rd. And there's about 30 speakers, some badass women in real estate that are going to be speaking all about different topics. And I will be speaking, obviously, about open houses. You guys won't want to miss these presentations. Seriously, I have a brand new presentation on there, and it is going to be on May 21st at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So make sure that you register. The link is going to be everywhere to register. If you can't find it, just let me know. But it is in the link in my bio. I really hope to see you guys there. Have an amazing weekend. Go out and book an open house and come back with an open mind. The biggest Women in Real Estate online summit is back. It's happening May 20th, 21st, and 22nd. This 3-day online real estate event is going to be amazing. Every year it gets better and better. There are some amazing powerhouse women in real estate that are going to be presenting. It is free, so you guys register. Make sure you get in there. And if you can't make all of the presentations, you can get the All Access Pass, which will give you access to all the presentations for life. You'll be able to keep them, go back to them when you need it. And these are not just fluff presentations. There's tips, there's strategies, there's actionable steps in there. There's going to be free downloads and free giveaways to the VIP members. So get in there. The link is in the show notes. The link is in my bio. Can't wait to see you there.